The Vedas are the root of Indian civilization and the supreme authority in Indian religion. Religious movements and revolutions have come and gone or left their mark. But after all and through all, the Veda remains to us our rock of ages, our eternal foundation. Sri Aurobindo.
Today, we require book for teaching students in a Veda Padashala for reference and also for learning for the householders. So, these two has to be at a distinct level. So, Kanchi Acharya has said, please prepare a separate type of book for those who are doing Adhyana in the Veda Padashala, which should have the concept at an advanced level, and prepare another set of books which you can call as popular books for use of householders, and they should find it easy to follow Veda and from with the help of a guru. So the kind of books that what VedaVMS today publishes are all popular books. We are not expert. Don't take our books to be books published by experts. Okay. In Sanskrit, the book published by Narasimha Priya Trust will have long statements, and the way how a Samhita has to be joined together is done in that book. So, if you refer to the Taittiriya Samhita book by Narasimha Priya Trust, Mylapore, Chennai, you will know what an advanced book is. There will be a long string of letters, but you should be trained to correctly give pauses, take letters together or give elongated pause between words. So those are advanced. But we tend to normally give the Vedic statement in a split form so that the students can follow the Guru and recite and follow it much more easily. So one should not think there are classical books or popular books we can learn Veda through the books without the Guru. No, that will be a great fallacy and it will be a wrong decision also. There are a lot of nuances as to how you take words together, how when sounds combine, there are specific grammar rules. A word may be printed in the book in one way, but it has to be pronounced in a different way. Say, for example, if you look at the Vedic book, it will be written as Brahma. You don't read it as Brahma, you read it as Brahma. So there are hundreds of rules that come in to make your flow very smooth. Therefore, books can never replace a guru. Please understand this. Second, if you use a specific book, you should first understand what is the compatibility of the book with the method or the paddhati by which your guru teaches. The teaching that is done in South Karnataka or maybe at Tirupati or maybe at Tanjavur, there could be three different paddhatis in these three different places. So, one should be aware of all these differences. Like I said earlier, if you are reading, we have published books just because we want to make Veda learning easier in Tamil, Malayalam, etc. And if help is available, take it across to Telugu and Kannada with volunteers. So, it should not be, misconstrued that, there are books, my learning is going to be easy. No. With the book is a guidance for you to memorize, but the sounds and the intonations and the vibrations are getting taught to you by your guru, which is what you have to observe like Arjuna. Please remember, this is a very important point. Especially people learning in Malayalam or Tamil should take care of the differences in these languages. Because in Tamil and Malayalam there are two nas. Normally Tamil and Malayalam, when you say na, we tend to stress it a little bit more. But if you see classical Sanskrit scholar, they would not stress the na in Vedic text like the way Tamil or Malayalam users or readers would do. If learning the Vedas through book could be possible, if it was possible, people would have already published books like Vedas for Dummies. 30 நாட்களில் வேதம் கற்றுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். இந்த மாதிரி தமிழ்ல book you see books. So similar learn Vedas in 30 days. These kinds of books would have come. It is impossible for a person to follow any book on his own without a guru. But today you have a lot of Vedic material in terms of audios, videos, MP3. There's so much is available over the internet. So first thing you have to ensure that you have learned the mantra with the right pronunciation and vibration from your guru. To expedite your memorization, you can follow that particular video or MP3 file or whatever that is available on the net, but you have to check that what you are following, that video or audio, is as per the paddhati or the method taught by your guru. Otherwise, you will end up memorizing or saying something exactly opposite or different from what your guru teaches. So this is another point that you need to take care. First, you get your basics right through your guru, then go for all the modern ways of memorizing. For example, I have found a very few people from examples I have heard from Bombay. People learn, say something like Udaka Shanti. Morning they get into a train and first thing they put on the MP3 in their ears. There will be so much of crowd and it will be so inconvenient. Now they forget all that and concentrate on the Udaka Shanti mantra which is being played on their headphone. It would be surprised. Udaka Shanti was memorized by a few students in a period of just about 3 months. Just because they were listening to it in the morning and evening. So there are some advantages in the modern world also. Many foreigners or Indians who do not have access to Sanskrit books or they do not know, residing abroad, and as well as foreigners who are studying Vedas, they use a coding called International Alphabet for or in alphabet of Sanskrit transliteration. Now, we have tried to publish few books and there are people from overseas or students, they have asked for it because it is easy for them to learn in the absence of Sanskrit books, or they cannot use Sanskrit books to be precise, nor do they know Grantha. So we have also published some of the books on transliterated and converted them from the Baraha code to the IAST code. But the sound what is uttered and the vibration that is generated when you say it in Sanskrit must be correctly understood by the student. Therefore, if a guru is teaching a student and the student is learning through IAST, it becomes a far more great responsibility for the teacher or the guru to get it across very correctly. So Vedas must be that, and its vibration must be carried correctly across to the student. Very importantly, the student should understand it correct. Some Veda gurus teaching householders have requested their students to use VedaVMS books consistently because they will have the same reference to Tamil, Malayalam and Sanskrit reference. In the class, all of them will be looking at the same mantra, and if there are differences in their pathati, they said they will keep informing us. So it has become our additional responsibility to make these corrections or putting the patha betham in the brackets in our books, and it has reasonably helped us to improve the accuracy. But when we were learning, the problem that we used to have is, even for Tamil, 3 people will bring 3 different books. Then Sanskrit, they will be using 2-3 different sources. We will keep on asking lot of doubts, questions. So in the comparison and unnecessary doubts, lot of time was being spent in the class. So half the time we will be guru, and after discussion we will be saying Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Teveda Nidade Padam, that mantra which we take for break. So what did you learn today? No, most of the time it was Idam Vishnur Vichakrame. Is a normal, funny comment somebody will make. So kindly give us, but I want to tell you something. VedaVMS does not follow any Vaishnava or Dravida Pada. So if you follow Vaishnava Pathati, even there is a Vadakala and Tenkala Pathati. We may not incorporate any of these doubts unless you create your own document out of the Baraha code and give it to us, then we may add it. So otherwise it becomes very difficult for us to manage, because everybody wants to read the book as they want to read. They don't see what is the kind of difficulty or the efforts that we may need to put in. Okay. Now, This is for the first start about learning Vedas. In the next video, we'll see some references about. After you start learning from your guru, what are the books or sites to refer for learning Vedas, or go through your doubts? What are the sites that can give you some insight into translation, etc.? That we will see in the next video. Thank you.